Well, this is a first.
What's that, doing a blueprint in the dark?
Yes, but also a myth about smuggling in the dark. And we're not talking about your old-timey Barbary Coast pirates. We're talking about modern-day smuggling.
Well, tell me about it.
Well, according to the viewers, what people are doing is trying to get, let's say, maple syrup across the Canadian border to the United States. And what they'll do is they'll pick a very low-key border crossing and they'll wait till nightfall. Not just any night, very cold, dark, wintry night where it's almost pitch black. They go through the border and they do their entire journey in complete darkness. And bam, you're a smuggler.
All right, so the myth that we're testing here is, can you drive in the dark without your headlights at speeds and still not hit anything?
Sounds like fun to me.
It's a technique that's been said to be used by smugglers. Turn off the headlights, hit the gas, race past the border, and no one the wiser. But can it be done in the near pitch dark without coming a cropper?
I don't know about this one, you guys. I mean, I have my doubts. It's like, yeah, your eyes can adjust to the dark in 20 minutes, but I mean, are they gonna be able to process images just as fast and as accurately as if you had your headlights on?
Well, that's what we gotta find out, right?
Why don't we do this? We'll do our experiment at an indoor go-kart track. That way we'll have control over the light levels at all times. Then we can do one run with headlights and compare it to a run in complete darkness.
Go-karts? High speeds in the dark? Sounds like a recipe for disaster to me. Let's do it.
As always, there's work to do before the fun starts. These guys are actors, producers, and stagehands in their own drive-in movie.
The go-kart track is gonna have plenty of twists and turns in it. But since this myth takes place in Canada, we decided we need to add a little Canadian flavor. As we're smuggling maple syrup, we're definitely gonna need some maple trees. Pretty fast workers, eh?
The trees are strictly scenery, but wild animals could be a deadly hazard to anyone crazy enough to cruise the 49th parallel with the lights off, eh?
Now, if you were smuggling maple syrup across the Canadian border, one obstacle you might encounter would be a moose. Now, I've made a moose before. However, that one was made out of solid rubber. It was actually designed to withstand an impact from a real car going 60 miles an hour.
Wow! Did you see how high the moose got on that hit?
For the record, that's what happens when a car plays chicken with a giant rubber moose. It's a result Tori's not anxious to replicate.
I'm going with the material that is gonna break away when we hit him with the car. So I'm gonna make the moose out of styrofoam. Hurry up, we need those done by lunch.
In fact, the team has till nightfall to ready the props for the great syrup smuggle.
A moose.
Grant's found a venue that's willing to stay up late.
So to put this myth to the test, we couldn't just go out on city streets and drive around with no headlights. That'd be way too dangerous. To test this out, we need a venue that's controlled and repeatable, where we can test things out safely, scientifically, and most importantly, sensibly.
But seriously, this is the plan. We're gonna drive this course in the dark, once with the headlights on and then with them off.
We're gonna be racing against the clock, not against each other.
And we're gonna try to go as fast as we can without crashing.
Yeah, because if you crash, that means you got caught by the cops.
And to make sure we don't remember the course, we're gonna drive the first round in one direction.
And then the second time around, we'll go completely backwards because there's no way we can remember that.
Sounds like a plan, but let's not put the cart before the moose. They still need to litter the track with some natural impediments. Hiding somewhere around a corner, our surprise moose will test the driver's reaction time.
I have to get another one. This one's not trained very well. Yeah, that's good.
And dropped randomly at the end of a straight bit,
Perfect.
this log will test their long-range visual acuity. But that's not all.
Now our third and final obstacle tests whether you can read a sign and make a snap decision. Both of these signs have four-letter words that begin with C. Obviously, you want to go towards the cafe and not the cops.
And here's a timely thought. If they can't see in the dark,
Now, I know what you're asking yourself. Wait a minute. If you guys are driving in the dark, how are we gonna see? I'll tell you how. Kill the lights. We have special infrared cameras and infrared lights that will allow you to see what we're doing. But just because you can see what we're doing doesn't mean we can see what we're doing. To us, it's still pitch black.
ultimate success depends on not getting caught and not crashing. But a good smuggling trip is also a fast one. So each of our would-be felons takes one hot lap to see just how fast they are with the headlights on.
Here I go.
The track is tight and the moose is lurking, but Grant's not holding back.
And he misses the moose.
Wait for the law, wait for the law.
He gets around the log.
Approaching the finish without a scratch, it's Grant in provisional pole position.
And he's going down the right path.
That's pretty cool.
So first Tori, then Jesse take their turns, anxious to beat Grant's time without bouncing the cars off the scenery. Unseen by the drivers, the obstacles are all repositioned from one lap to the next. They were all fast and faultless. No mean feat on a twisting track without streetlights.
Lights.
Oh.
That was so much different than just regular daylight.
Yeah, it's way scarier.
All right, let's go check the leaderboard.
What?
It's glory for Tori, but just by a whisker.
All right, well, at least you've got a control now.
Yes. Now the hard part. It's time to drive in complete darkness.
No headlights. Have I told you guys that I'm afraid of the dark?
Perfect.
It's gonna be funny.
As if smuggling wasn't risky enough, Tori, Grant, and Jesse have found a way to double the danger. They've clocked their times with headlights on. Now it's time for lights out.
My prediction for what it's going to be like without headlights, impossible. It's going to be really, really crazy.
Considering that I can't even walk around this course in the dark, Grant's chances of making it to the course in the go-kart, I think are not going to be good.
But Grant can improve his odds of survival by sitting in solitary. In a few minutes, his pupils will dilate, allowing more light to pass through to the retina. But there's more to it than that, as the guys found out on the Pirate Special.
All right, so we were trying to see if a pirate's eye patch could have actually been a kind of tool to get instant night vision by swapping it from one good eye to the other, and it really seemed to work.
That's amazing.
Apparently, one of the key factors in human night vision is a chemical in the rod cells of the eye called rhodopsin. It's actually bleached out in normal light, and it takes about 20 minutes of darkness to regenerate. So that's how long we'll spend sitting in the dark.
At the track, it's as black as a yard up a chimney.
How's that look? You tell me, I can't see.
To counter the possibility that he's memorized the track from his last run, Grant will set off in the opposite direction.
This is one of those things that is just so crazy. If it wasn't for the sound of the engine and the squealing of the wheels, it would be just like a nightmare. Just these blurry shapes rushing past you, and then wham, something's right in your face. I mean, it is a totally surreal experience.
After crawling his way around the rest of the course, Grant finally crosses the line. And the news is not good.
You totally almost did it.
Look, I was making such good time, and then there was a moose right in the middle of the road. And then I might have grazed it, and I hit the wall.
You know what, I hate to tell you, from the get-go, you went down the wrong path, and you got caught by the cops.
In other words, Grant flunked the test. But can Jessie do any better? At the very least, she's confident.
I'm not afraid one bit. I'm kind of excited, actually. I don't know. I'm praying for the best.
One problem with those sensitive rod cells is they mostly help with peripheral vision. The fovea, which is used to focus, has very few.
It was fairly close to what I had expected. I knew I was going to be hesitant in stepping on the gas.
She missed the moose, but latched onto the log. So if this was the real world, she too would have crashed and burned.
I think I still have the log attached to me.
And now for the man voted most likely to burn rubber in a drive-thru.
All right, so I have been sitting in the dark for 20 minutes. My eyes are completely adjusted. And you know what? I'm actually surprised at how well I can see right now.
With nary a trip nor a stumble, Tori makes his way to the cart. The flag drops, and he's off to a start that's more like a stop.
That was so hard. I couldn't see anything. I had to get like 6 feet away from the sun before I could even tell which way to go.
Jesse, of course, had the same problem. But it's what happens next that shocks the fans. The lethal lack of light has turned Tori timid.
Can't we just fast forward this?
Not while he's doing it.
You cannot see anything. I mean, you see shapes here and there. You have no idea. You're gonna crash into something at any moment. The fact that I didn't hit the moose or the log, I think I just got lucky.
Tori was far and away the slowest. Then again, he's the only one who didn't crash or drive straight to the cops.
I'm the only one that made the delivery, but I mean, look how long it took me.
With a lap that was 4 times longer than his effort with headlights, this myth is veering off course. Then Jesse decides to steer straight for the cliff.
And we're missing one huge thing here.
What's that?
What happens when a car comes in oncoming direction and shines their headlights right in our face?
You know, that's a good point. I mean, that would totally ruin your night vision.
It sure would. And in the interest of proper procedure, we're about to put that to the test. Jesse's decided that driving in darkness means facing the dazzle of oncoming headlights. Grant's stand-in for an oncoming car takes him back to his robot roots.
It's a combat robot that I built. I mount a pair of headlights to it, and we should be able to remotely turn them on as well as drive around in the oncoming lane of traffic. And then we'll finally find out the effect that headlights have on your eyes. Good boy. Let's go blind some drivers.
Actually, just one driver. Tori volunteers to be the deer in the headlights.
Hey there, little buddy. What's your name?
Say hello to Blinky.
Oh, it makes perfect sense.
Turning on the house lights would destroy Tori's night vision by bleaching the rhodopsin pigment. So Jesse helps out with a flashlight.
Here we are.
Okay.
The obstacles are reset, and Grant puts Blinky behind the wall at the first turn. This lap could be all over in a flash. There goes Tori, and here comes the other guy.
That was so crazy.
Oh, that sucked. All of a sudden, the lights went on, and it was like an instant black wall with 2 little headlights. As soon as a car was coming towards you with the headlights on, you would be completely blinded, and you would crash.
Done for.
So technically, this myth is busted. They simply couldn't drive fast enough with any control. But the concept still has a chance, assuming the Crims have access to some high-tech headwear. Jesse, Grant, and Tori have all but busted the myth that smugglers could drive on a moonless night without headlights.
All right, so it looks like the naked eye just isn't up to the demands of this smuggling mission, which means it's time to deploy some technology.
Check this out, night vision goggles.
That's right. These babies are state-of-the-art 3rd generation from B.E. Myers. They take all the available light and amplify it into an image we can see.
Now this is the kind of technology I've been talking about.
Yeah, so I'm gonna do a run in the dark using nothing but these and see how I do.
Okay, but this time no lollygagging around the track at a snail's pace. Let's make it realistic. I'll be chasing after you like I'm the cop.
What? Lollygagging?
Yes, lollygagging.
These night vision goggles are legal in the US, but not in Canada. Still, I don't suppose that would deter a depraved syrup smuggler.
All right, now how are we gonna determine that I've been caught?
Well, she's going to try and ram you, hit your bumper, turn your car, do whatever it takes to stop you. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, here we go. Okay, lights out.
So, can technology work where the human eye failed? Tori's first few laps are fast and bouncy.
Seeing is not a problem. Being able to judge how far you are from objects or seeing around you, that is the problem. I mean, it is truly tunnel vision. You have no depth of field, you have no peripheral vision. I mean, I must have banged into the walls, half a dozen times.
Now, Officer Jesse gives chase, and you get the feeling it won't be long before justice catches up with our scoundrel.
And then you have the cop chasing you, and that's a whole new game where it's like now you have the stress of somebody catching you and you're having to react quickly.
But what's the ultimate verdict?
I mean, you can drive with the night vision goggles, but as soon as you started chasing me, I had to speed up and my reaction time had to speed up. And having tunnel vision, basically, I totally misjudged that last turn, it crashed in the wall, and that's when you smacked into me and stopped me.
So driving with night vision goggles might help a little, but less than we'd hoped. The myth is first tested, totally busted.
And is it dangerous?
Yeah, absolutely.